Hello, everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is currently 22 degrees Celsius, but feels like 26 with the humidex, which means it is 72 Fahrenheit and feels like 79. Today's our feral art group with all these lovely ladies that like to do things their own way. Today we're doing bookbinding. We've got the lovely Beth, the lovely Teresa, the lovely Miriam, and the lovely Dana, and me. So I'm going to rotate through who's here, and they're going to kind of give you a rundown on what they're doing today. So we'll start with Beth.
All right.
We did. I just have to find the right thing. There we go.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Belinda. Hi,
So
Teresa, Beth, and Dana, and Kim.
while we're waiting for some people to come into the chat room, I see Belinda's come in, and of course all of us. But, so this would be kind of like for the replayers, and I will be showing you some pages in this making handbooks, 100 ways of binding.
That's a lovely book.
I think I bought it used at probably Abe's or Thrift Books used bookstores. Um, Sometimes they have it's a regular 19 in US and $23 in Canada if you buy the book, but I think you can find them used, and there's nothing in here that can be, you know, marked up or tore out or anything, so it'd be worth it because there's over 100 ways, and I was just thumbing through it today and showing you a few things out of the book. But I also have a box I'm going to be showing today of some books that were up in my closet in storage. And so there's a lots of different bindings here. I'm going to show you a lot of samples tonight today, so that you can maybe take a note and say, I want to do that. And I've got some other little sample ones that I've made on my desk. So I'll be showing you lots of different ways. So you will want to get a piece of paper and a pen and take some notes. And I know that the other girls here are going to have more things to show you. So it's going to be a fun day packed in one. And and all of us stream in this group today. We all have our own streams. And if you were to ask one of us how to make a particular book, I know that we would bend over backwards and make a video for you. So there's absolutely no problems with binding books. If you don't know how, we will show you how, and we'll start off with some easy ones.
All right. I'm going to move to Teresa. Teresa, you're big, hun.
Hi, it's me again. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be binding this little book that I'm working on. And so, get all the pages done. And it's a mountain and valley fold that you use. You put each page on, only on one side. You don't, and you put it on each fold, just one page on each fold. That way, when you open it up, it lays flat, that there's a secret ending to it. So you'll have to wait and see. And that's what I'm doing.
All right. Dana.
Hey guys,
Simon.
I'm doing, I just watched this video this morning actually. It's called a cover stitch. My book will lay flat too. But I'm going to muddle through it because I've never done it before.
Cool. And you're poking holes how far apart?
An inch apart.
An inch apart? Okay.
Yep. So it'll have stitches and all those. And
Okay.
yeah, we'll see how it works.
I will be interested to see. Okay, Miriam.
Okay. I received a box with this. This I'm not going to use, but I am going to use the box. So let's see what we have here. This box, it's very special. Open like this and then open like that.
Ooh.
I am going to maybe take this out. I don't know that I will do at the last time. And I am going to put here and here, or here, I think. I'm going to do like my dory. It's with the last stick inside. So I can take out. And my papers and all paper crafts that I have in a roll, cut them already. I have 9 of them. So I will put them with the elastic so you can put more or put less. And then in one of the covers inside, I am going to do um, or a band, I think a band or pocket, I don't know yet. And I am going to do with all these parts that are the parts that I took from the paper, from the width of the roll. And I'm going to do some notebooks to have at hand in here.
Awesome.
Yes, let's see what happens.
Awesome. Okay. And I am going to just do the regular little pamphlet stitch because I'm just making these little junk journals and I have a whole stack that I'd like to get done. So I am just going to be really lazy and do pamphlet stitch. So obviously, we've got a variety of how things are being put together. And pull up a chair, grab a coffee, and enjoy. Hey, Beth, I'm heading to you again.
Okay. All righty, Roo. So what I'm going to show you on my desk is I had some of these, what are these, 4x6 pieces of paper, and I think Dana gave them to me. She's the enabler. So I made a little book out of this size papers that I had on hand, and I just stacked up about, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, how many ever one you want. I punched one hole, and I put in one brad, and I just happened to have this oversized brad that Joe bought me from the hardware store, and I have no idea what he would use these for in the garage, but either way, I got a few large ones, and
Those
then
are large.
I painted nail polish on the top of the brass, so it's pretty glittery nail polish on the front. Punched one hole, and I made a little receipt book. And this was one of my prompts that I did in my on one of my shows, and it was receipts. And so someone said, "Make a receipt book," and I said, "Okay." So this is my little receipt book, and it opens up this way, and I have some receipts in here, and so I'm collecting receipts until this book is full. And my goal is to be creative with my receipts, and I might fold them origami style or something, and make some unique receipt pages, whatever you can do with a receipt book. And then this is another with the same paper, same paper. I just took 4 pages in this little book just to show you how to make a book. Someone says, "How do you make a book?" And I said, "Well, here's a way." So I just stapled 3 staples, and I made a fold right there on the edge to make the spine. So this book opens like this, and I made a book with just 4 pieces of paper and 3 staples. And you've got a little glue book started. And these little books are so fun to put on your desk because they go right over there. And then here's another little book that I did, and it's with the same kind of paper. It's the same size paper, and I punched a hole in it, and then I tied some string, yarn, eyelash trim in the corner up there. And it's another slidey, but I used pretty paper in this book, and it looks like some coffee dyed paper, and I've got some pretty paper in here. And I didn't tie it real tight, so it's got a little bit of a give. So if I wanted to really, make something in here, I can do that. But that's just another way of doing it. There's no right or wrong way in making your book. And if you are really in a pinch, you can even buy a book. You can buy a little foldy book like this. This is a soft fold book that I bought it from Walmart, and I thought I was getting a package of brown paper. So so anyway, I have this little book, and I like to keep little notebooks in the kitchen for um, shopping list. And I also like to keep one at my bedside. I'm always taking notes because I watch videos, and that's where I usually watch my videos. And I want to write something down to remember. And then I write them, I make a list, and write things down. So, a good old fashioned Dollar Tree book will work in a pinch. So that's just a few on my desk. I've got more I'll show you next time.
All right. Teresa, we're watching ya.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm folding the Mountain and Valley folds. And for each page that you have to have one extra fold. So, like, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have 6 pages here, so I need 7 folds. So I've got to do one more fold, and I'll be ready to start putting my pages in.
So you're using a scoreboard to make sure those are all equal, Teresa?
Huh?
Are you
I
using?
did. I used the scoreboard to make sure they're all equal, but I don't really care if they're all equal. But it is nice to have them all equal because my eyesight is bad, and well, it is what it is. So what I'm doing here is I'm making sure, and see, this is going to be your spine in the back, and of course the front. Excuse me. And you decide what page you want first, and you're going to put it right here. Okay? All right, this right here is where you're going to connect your cover to. You don't want to connect your page to that. So you're going to put it here, and each page is going in a different fold. Okay? Whenever you open it up, turn it around, Teresa. Whenever you open it up, your pages will lay flat. Okay? So let me get started at this because I need to cut this paper down because you don't want it any taller than your book. And I think I have determined that, yes, that this is the tallest one. So I'm going to use it as the first page. Find my glue. Let me glue it down. And gonna, because I haven't determined what I want to use for my my cover yet. And what I really like about this right here is if you decide to add more pages, you can. I don't like this glue anymore. It's not cooperating. Very uncooperative when you're on screen, right?
That's the way it works.
We're going to try a different one. We're going to try this one, see if it'll work any better. Maybe if I can get the cap off of it. Anyway.
All right. We'll let you. Okay, so you do that so that you can glue the page down. You don't glue the folds. I don't know. We're going to watch. Okay, so she's gluing the page down, guys.
I'm just going to glue this right here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm watching because I've never done this one before, so I'm learning also.
You're going to watch, right?
I'm watching.
All right. Then you're going to fold it up to meet your page because you want the page to stay on it.
Right.
I'm going to fold it over there so that my page will be. I wish I knew where I had my tape. Tape would be so much better here.
You're working with corrugated cardboard, so that's going to make it that little bit more difficult.
It will make it a little more difficult.
Okay,
Um,
I'm assuming that because I just use paper that it shouldn't be quite as difficult when I'm doing it. I hope.
it won't be quite as difficult, right? When you do it because I'm having to push down on the cardboard because of the corrugate in it,
Yeah.
and it's just making it, to where it's being stubborn. It's like me. It's got hard headedness about it.
I get it.
Well, my dad used to tell me I'd argue with a milepost if I put it up myself. So I guess that means you're hard headed, right?
Could be.
Whereas my dad used to tell me I was mule headed.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Mules are stubborn though, right? I don't know. I
Well, it's okay. I mean, sometimes stubborn is good.
It is. All right. All right.
Sometimes, sometimes you're right. You're right. Right.
Exactly. I see that Dana's starting to stitch, so I'm going to switch to
All
Dana.
right.
That's another one I haven't seen before.
Okay. Let's see. I haven't seen it either, Dana.
So I started, um, and you go through and then you stitch all the way down and then you stitch back
Okay.
up to here. And then whenever you get back up to here, I'm on the inside now. So I took and I put my thread through here and I made a knot right there.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
And now I'm going to go back through here
To the outside. Okay.
and then I'll add my next page on.
Oh.
And then you start doing the same kind of thing. You go through here.
That's cool.
Come on. And then come back out through here.
Like a running stitch, up, down, up, down.
It's kind of, but I have on this, it's kind of a mix between that and a Coptic stitch, I think.
Oh.
Because now I have to go through here
Oh.
and then up through here.
And then back through the hole in
And
the
then
pan.
back through, yeah.
Like follow the leader.
Yeah. Then I have to come up through here. And back out through there. And then through the hole again.
Wow. That's going to be intense work.
Huh?
That's intense work.
Yeah.
But you do it over and over.
Yeah, you'll learn it really easy for sure.
Yeah. I haven't done it, but I watched the video this morning. I'm like, well, I think I might can work that out.
Well, that's the way we work it, right? Like we
Yeah.
watch somebody else and then we try it and
Yeah.
we do it our own way that works.
Now,
for
she
us.
did it with regular thread. I'm using wax thread. So we'll see
Okay.
how it does.
So you have to do how many holes? An odd number or an even number of holes to do that? Does it matter?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 holes.
Okay, so an even number of holes.
And the name of it is
It's called a case book binding.
Case Book Binding.
And the lady that has it on her channel is Sea Lemon.
Sea lemon, what did you say, hun?
Sea lemon. Yep.
I know her. Very good one.
That sounds so interesting. All right. We'll come back when Dana's on another page and we'll see how it's working. Did it give it measurements for, like, when you do the pamphlet stitch, you have to do so many times the height of your page? Does that one do the same thing?
I just kind of figured it out. I used my ruler, and my page. My page is what, 5.5? No, my page is 8.5. So I just put it on my thing at 1/4 inch, and then I did half. I marked it on every 1/2 inch mark.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Miriam, we're coming to see you.
Okay, Tommy, I'm ready and have cake. No, I don't have cake. I lied.
I want cake.
Yeah. Well, this will be the book that have something to grab it, the closure. You can open, and here are the pages. I did here a binding with two holes each part, and then I got the, where are you baby? Here, elastic. I put it double because I bought it without knowing it's a really thin one. So I put it double, and this is how it stays at the end. And you can take out the pages to art and then put them again inside, and you can add pages too if you want. I need to accommodate my pages so they are not going to go like that. Maybe I am going to put some clip, a clip to, for my pages to stay good, stay, stay. And now I am going to do a belly band like here, I think here, so I can put my notebook that I am going to use. So this one I need a little bit shorter, maybe, and I am going to put it with this. Oops. I'm going to do something on the other side, so there is no, you don't see that. And also on this side, I have some flowers I received recently. The female from there.
All right.
So
All right.
I'm
All
going
right.
to use them. Maybe. I'm going to, oh, too tall. I put it. Never mind. I will arrange that. Hi. Max is
Hi,
here.
Maxie.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Max.
Kim, sorry.
Kim, Beth,
It's
Dana,
good to,
Hi.
Rebecca.
good to hear your voice.
I don't know if I'm going to use everything. I have more than 20. Stay, stay. Yes, like a dog, I say. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, Let's see if in 10, because I am going to do two of them. So let's
Nice.
see if 10 are enough or are too much. Now let's see how I'm going to do this. Yeah, so I need one of these to go inside like this. So this one is not going to be, well, not this one, this one. This I took from a book. This is, it's not a hardcover book, so I use the cover for my notebook like this. And then I am going to, I think I am going to cut this. Like that. Let's see if I can do it by hand because it's very difficult to put scissors in there. Well, you really cut by hand. Anyway, that should be finished. So let's do it. There, I have my notebook.
Oh, that works great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Those are lovely little notebook things, Miriam.
Yes, I do all the time, and I have them here. I have some of them here. I don't know where they went. I have them here. Never mind. It's the same thing I do.
Okay.
With all the parts of the pages when you cut, so you have this.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to show how I do my pamphlet stitch. I don't know if this is right or wrong. I've seen various ways for how it's done. So I have a piece of this foamy stuff so that I'm not poking holes in my desk. I have this deadly weapon here. Not sure if it's an all ice pick or I don't know. It was my grandfather's,
That
and
looks like an ice pick.
yeah, it's
It's
kind
an
of
awl or an ice pick.
yeah, it's brutal.
It's not right. Oh,
So anyway, so I've got my papers. They're all various sizes. So I've kind of got them towards the middle as close as possible. And I've got a clamp holding the pages together so that it's nice and tight. For some reason, when I do it, I don't manage to get right through the crease on the back. I don't know. I don't know why. It just happens. So I don't measure, guys, right? Kim doesn't measure. I kind of eyeball where the middle is and I put a hole in the middle. And then I go about an inch on either side. Normally, if your pages are all the same size, you would, of course, do them much farther. But because I have so many little pages, I just do a small amount so that the little pages are held in. So, as you see, again, I didn't make the crease, it's on the edge. What works for me, I don't know what to tell you. So, I have some crochet cotton. It's not waxed, it's just regular crochet cotton. I've got it doubled. So you go down the middle hole first, then you go up one of the side holes, and then you go down the other side hole. And then you come back up the middle hole, but you try and get the thread when you come back up the needle on the opposite side to where this one is. Because what you're going to do then is you're going to cut this and you're going to tie a knot across the string that went across the center. See, it's on either side of the hole, either side of the center string. And then you just tie a double knot, and that's the pamphlet stitch.
Perfect.
So that's how I do it. I have, like I say, I use a big clamp, and it doesn't. It's not on the edge, but it still works. You know, like it still works. You can open your pages up, and because it's a small signature kind of journal, they're not bad for lying flat. Unless you put too much stuff in them, and then you can run into some trouble. All right, let's go back to Beth and see what Beth's up to.
Okay.
You're up.
I'm up. Well, I'm attempting to do the Coptic stitch. Uh, there are many variations of it. The true Coptic stitch, you have to probably would search and Google and learn from someone who does it professionally. But someone that like me, I can get this kind of a braid on the back of my page, and I stopped here, and I had this much to go, and I started again, and you can see my stitch is not the same because I'm not doing it exactly the same. And so I don't know. I get confused on what I do a lot of times, but it's okay. It's still a stitch on the back of the book. And the good thing about this style of stitching is that because all of the knots are on this edge, this spine, all of the knots are on this side of the paper, so that when you open the book, it always opens flat, and it's just a slip knot. It's just a slip knot, and all of the pages will open flat, and you can actually art to the very edge of the page without it hurting or destroying the stitch, the binding, or anything. You can glue all the way up to this edge, and it will not, and you can cover those strings, and it will not affect how it opens and closes, because it doesn't really move. It just turns the pages, and the slip knot is on the back side of the edge. And it's fun to I like it because it lays open. That's the reason why I like it. And I've done it a million times. And right over here, see if I can find it. I started doing the slip stitch with Lori Marie Jenkins. If you all know her, she's from California, and I'm not sure that she's streaming at the moment, but in her day, she was streaming, and she had a community art room in California. She had a down in the village where she lived. There was a room where anybody can come in and art, and she would do classes, and everybody would share. But that's how I originally started my Coptic stitch, and this was the little book that I made, and I made the little braid. It's a little braid, pretty little braid, and I've not yet been to do it exactly. ever since. So, but anyway, this was made with a deck of cards. And again, everything opens flat. And it's a little chunky book. She called it a chunky book, and she made it with cards. And all I know is she glued anything and everything down inside these little books, and she made little windows. And then when she cut the window out, she would make sure that she took the cutout part and made a tab with it. Nothing was wasted. And she
I
was the
love those books.
yeah, they're just chunky little books, and you can do any kind of paper, plastic, brads, staples, cutouts, stickers, words. You can do anything you want in these books. There's no right or wrong. And they're just little fun, little chunky books you hold in your hand. And they're fun. They feel good. It feels really good in your hand.
It
And
sounds like plastic.
yeah, it's got a lot of clackiness to it. So there's a lot of varnish on here. And she was my very first person that I saw use a Stabilo pencil. And she would rub her black pencil on there and smear the edges. Of course, we're good at inking and things, but she really got her hands dirty when she made her little books, and really got into the art of it all. And it was a lot of fun. But anyway, this was my first little chunky book. And every time I go through it, I see something that I dearly love, and I'm so glad that I put that in my book. And but then of course I put tassels on the ends and beads, and I've got little flags and little dangles and doodollies. And but that's basically what I'm doing with this paper. And this paper is, thinner, but I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to do a stitch on the back of the binding, and I've got about 4 or 5 more pages done. I'll have this book finished before I get off of here today. And this is going to be a glue book. And I've been doing a beach book, uh, a bigger beach book that
Ay, mi mamá está acá. Dime, Suli.
and
Sorry, sorry, Beth. It's my
that's
mom.
okay. You got your
My mom.
friend. Hi, Flora. Hello. So anyway, this is going to be a leftover beach goodies. Whatever I have in my shoebox over here that's left over, I'm going to glue it all down in this little book and have a little leftover book. And of course, I like to put beads on my charms, on my spines. I'm real big about that. And then talking about this particular size, this is made out of a deck out of cards, and these are made out of coasters, the drinking coasters that you get at the restaurants. You can
Yeah.
ask your waitress to bring you some, and she might even uh, subscribe to your channel if you do. So I've got some holes in these, and this is going to be our little round book. And I don't know how it's going to work out because of this curve. I might have to chop it off a little bit to give it a flat surface so that it will open flat. So
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
yeah,
Yes.
I probably will cut this edge off and make it flat, semi-flat, and then I can stitch my book, and I might end up losing the last 2 holes, but I've got 3 in the middle, and I can use these for tassels. I can do anything with this book. So you'd be surprised, but this is going to be my little round book made out of coasters, and you can get the square ones too, from the restaurants. So that's what I'm doing right at the moment. So next,
Awesome. Let's go see what Teresa's up to. You're here, Teresa.
I'm up to nothing right now. Okay, so like Beth, doesn't matter. It falls flat. Wherever you open this little book at, it will fall flat. So that's just the way this one is. I told you about a little secret it has. Is when you open up, it goes like this too. So if you have tabs on it, they're going to all spread out, and it's going to lay flat this way also. Like I said. All right, now there's another little thing. You see this? It looks like you've glued the pages together. it looks like a double page spread, doesn't it?
Yes.
Even though you only glued it to one side. This is the back side of this one and everything. You've only glued it here. It looks like a double page spread no matter where you look at it.
That
And
is
when you're
cool.
ready to put your cover on, this is not my cover, it's just an example. You put your cover onto this. When you get ready, you turn your cover over, and you can put something on the inside here. Okay? And decorate the inside of your cover, same way in the back. But if you don't want to get in no hurry about it, the best part of this one is you can add to it. If you don't like that you've only got 6 pages in it, just add to it. You just add another little piece to it right here.
That's great.
And then you start gluing.
Oh, that's
Does
very
does
cool.
your little book,
Hi,
So-
Judy.
does it have an official name that you're like
An
a cool-
official name? No, it
Okay.
doesn't. It does not have an official name, and it's just I don't remember where I saw it at either.
Okay. Okay.
It's just something that I was thought, okay, so they're doing binding. I think I can do this one. But it's just mountains and valleys like you normally do, and the main thing to remember is you don't want this any taller than your tallest page in your book, because the reason why I say the tallest page in your book, now it's okay if it's on out here, right? If you want to come on out with your outer your what's it mean? Anyway, you want to be able to come out. If you want to come on out with it and let that hang over, it's one thing. But if you're taller than the tallest page in your book, you're going to have to put your cover much taller than the tallest page in your book, and it's going to look off. So that's where that comes in. And whenever you get ready, like I said, when you open the cover, you move that out of the way. It will stand. You can also take this right here, and I'm just going to use this for a little example, and you can bind it around in the back too.
That's cute.
And when you do this,
Wow.
and you still have that, because it's not you're not doing anything to stop it from opening. It's still going to open flat. You just won't be able to the accordion binding, I guess you would call it, Beth. I guess I call it an accordion binding.
It's definitely
So
gives that a feel.
see, all right. Then on this, I also have. Did I do that? No, that's not it. Where did I put that? I moved stuff around on my desk and I can't find it. That'll work though, right? It's a little bit too big for it, but I made one, and when I get through, I'm gonna have the dangle right here on the back, and I'm probably gonna put an eyelet in because I used cardstock. Excuse me, and I'm probably gonna put an eyelet in and dangle my chain from it. So that's pretty much how that binding goes. Is no matter what, it's going to lay flat. It looks like you've done a double page spread, and the best I can tell you is an accordion binding. And you can come back in here if you like and put a strip of washi down the center of it if you want to. It might be a little harder to fold it back up, but you can decorate it the way you want it. So, and you kind of come back and you've got this little cute little binding, and cute little book, and you can do it in any size that you can accommodate. It can be in a
Whoever
large.
has the dryer on, you need to mute. Whoever's got the dryer on needs to mute.
I'm gonna mute.
Sounds like a bumblebee in a can, doesn't it?
Like
Does.
it smells like a
And there's the
sweeper or a lawnmower.
and there's that. I'm not through decorating it yet. I've got a few more decorations I want to put in it. Then I'm going to take and I'm going to varnish the pages also, and varnish it really good and make them placky like Best Book. Then I'm gonna figure out what kind of what I want to use as a cover. If I can find something that has a lighthouse on it, then that would be great. And I would probably put it down with like a cereal box, so it'd be kind of a hardcover. And whenever you go through and ta-da,
Uh-oh.
it's stretchy, playing the accordion.
Hi, Butter Roll.
Oh,
Hi,
I'm so
Judy.
sorry.
Hi.
Thank you. Hi, Judy. There's
I'm
the.
sorry, Butterroll.
What'd you do?
I called her Butterball by oops.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
No.
just that's a pet name. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What did
Bad.
I use?
Bad.
Butter Roll and Butterball. I've done Butterball.
she's
Okay.
probably been
I
called
don't
a
feel
few
so bad
butters,
then.
you
Oh
know.
no. I'm so
She's
sorry.
she's good natured.
Oh, it's a
Yes,
good
she
thing because
is.
I did not do that intentionally. I
She did too.
I'm doing too many things at once. I shouldn't type. I'm not typing anymore, guys. All right, let's see what Dana's up to. Dana, you're big. Oh, you can't. Dana is stitching a new kind. It's called
A
case book.
casebook binding.
And
This
it's
is
new.
gentle book binding ASMR. Ah,
And she's muted.
Oh
yeah,
no. Did I mute her?
No, she
no,
did.
she did.
Oh.
I'm muted because my son's out there
Oh.
mowing.
Oh, so it was a lawnmower. I thought it was a hair dryer.
It was a weed eater.
It was. It did sound like it.
You know,
Sorry.
I should not have went up through this. I should have put my page on. Now I got to figure out and get it out. Ugh. Go back through the hole and see if I can get this out.
That looks like quite a heavy paper that you're using too, Dana. Is that like a cardstock that you're
Yeah,
using?
it's cardstock. It's like
So-
an 80-pound.
Do you think that it would work just for regular book page, or is it too heavy, do you think?
I don't know. I
You-
tend to use, cardstock for stuff like this. So
If your paper's too thin, sometimes the thread will saw through the holes and make a tear.
Yeah,
So you have to pick and choose.
right.
and I got a darn knot.
See, that would be my thing. I would end up with so many stinking knots that I would be frustrated and I wouldn't want to play anymore.
Yup.
So I guess enough to do 2 pages is ample long for doing that, so you don't knot, or what do you suggest?
Do what now?
How long of a thread are you using? Like, if
I'm using a pretty long thread, but you can add on.
yeah.
So
So do you just knot the thread together, or how does that work?
no, I ended and then I just started again.
Okay. Okay. Throw it across the room. Yeah, that would be me, Belinda.
But here's where it's hard. Like you're supposed to go back in the stitch right before, and it's hard to see them.
Okay.
Like right now, I'm struggling. Maybe I should have used regular thread. It probably would have been easier. I don't know. I'm learning.
Yeah, I mean, we're all learning, right? And that's new to most of us here. So it's interesting seeing how you're coping with what's going on.
I mean, it's just paper, so I ain't gonna sweat it.
Yeah. Well, I know.
That's the best way to be. Don't sweat it.
That's right. That's right. Doesn't get you anywhere anyway, does it? If you worry about it. Hey, Brenda, nice to see you.
And one thing I'm struggling with is getting this tight. I should have already done that, but it's too late now.
Hi, Brenda. It's me, Teresa.
And
I just ripped my paper.
Oh no.
Well, put it. I'm struggling, Brenda. And I ripped my paper, so now I'm putting washi tape over it.
All right. Yeah, me either, Brenda. Dana's doing an incredible job of that. She really,
I
really
don't
is.
know that I'm doing it correctly because I can't tell where I'm putting my stitch through. But it's going.
Thank you guys all for coming and watching us today. We are doing bookbinding, and everybody's doing something a little bit different. All right, let's see what Miriam's up to.
okay.
Hang on, I gotta put Kirsty. But Kirsty, wait! I haven't found you yet. You know how I operate. Okay, there we go.
Okay, okay. This is my cover now. I glue a piece of gel plate I have, and I draw on it here and here with crayons. You see the difference where I had the background of the here and here. It's different because here I don't have the gel print. And then I did this inside. Oops, here, here. Sorry, I am doing this part. And now I was about to do something here in the place I put my notebook. Just a little bit here, something, I don't know what, something to disguise this part. And with that, I think I'm done. It was an easy one that I chose.
Hi, Barbie. Welcome. Those are lovely little notebooks.
Yes, and I used to do them because, that's more fun. Or toss them in the bin or do it. So it's not a choice. It's not an alternative. Of course you are going to do something. And I want to, because I choose the craft for the pages, I wanted to leave whatever I can leave like that without doing this. It's better for me. So it leaves the color. So this I am going to put them like that because I want them to be like don't curve me, but I am going to take them of course when they finish. You see, they're still bad boys and they want to go up. Or maybe if I grab them with that, better. Yeah.
Can you move up just a little bit so we can see? Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, that works lovely too.
Yes. But this is only for the pages to accommodate. It's not big, big like that. But here, maybe I can do something like that in other places. So I will continue that. So I am doing some circles here. You cannot see, but I cannot show it to you. Yes. I am doing some circles and then I am doing lines. And I can go like this, like that. It's an invention all the time. You do whatever you want.
That's true. All right, Beth, I'm going to you.
Hey,
Hang
well, this
on.
time around, I'm going to show you some
There you
happy
go.
mail. I got some happy mail um, from April May, and she sent me this little, it's a little book, a little notebook, and it looks like it's made out of mulberry paper or embossed paper, and she sewed around it with a sewing machine for looks, and then she inked it, and it's got some just a cute little sticker and a flower on top and a little velcro button, and you open it up, and it's a little notebook. Take some notes. So you
Oh,
put in your
That's
pocketbook
cute.
or leave on your desk to write. When you want to. And they're sticky notes too. They're sticky. They peel.
Oh,
So that's even better. I've done it with the staples. But anyway, it's just a simple little notebook sewed together. Actually, I don't see any glue other than maybe gluing down the stickers, but uh, it's all sewed on the machine and stuck easy to do. And she does have a little wax seal on this little Velcro point, and I think that is a wonderful way to use our little wax seals. But that's a no sew, no, easy. And then the other thing that I've done this week is I've made a zine book, and we've talked about zines lots and lots of times. Now this particular zine is also in my big book that I have. It's also called an X book. So when you fold your paper and you get the 8 squares and you fold it together, and then you're going to push to make an X. You make an X, and then you fold your zine into a book. So you can use all these pages. There's 4 pages, and then if you want to strategically use the slots that are open, you can make pockets. There's 2 upper pockets, and then there'll be 2 side pockets. And then on that extra lip, you would just put a little tiny glue right there, and then you have a side pocket. Well, I've been doing it on a poster board size, and the big poster boards that you get at the Dollar Tree. And I folded my big poster board into a zine, and this is like the third one that I've done. And we've made cute books out of these. And I will be gluing one of the edges here, and I'll make a side pocket there. I just did this one. This is going to have an upper pocket, and this is going to be a butterfly book. So I've got butterflies fluttering around, waiting to be used up in the book somehow. And if I don't use them in the book, I'll leave them in the book. But I'm going to put butterflies in this book. It's our butterfly book. I just got finished doing an owl book, and before the owl book, I did the angel book. So I'm going to have a whole series of these before long. It takes me about 3 or 4 months to actually get through because I will glue and I will also paint butterflies in here. And but that's a no. That's just a no stitch, no sewing, just a folded book, and you use a lot of glue, lose a little bit of glue, and that is the zine book. And right now, you've got one day away to the deadline. Janet Young is doing a zine trade, a zine swap, and you make your zine, and then before you glue it together, you open it up and take a picture of it 6 times and send her the copies, and you get to keep your zine book. And she will trade with 5 other girls with you, and you will get 5 other zines in return for your swap. And tomorrow is the deadline. If you could make a zine, I wanted to do it, but I just didn't have the time. I got too many other irons in the fire.
don't we all?
So
I
next,
think a lot of that has to do, Beth, with we see something and it's like we have to try it, and then
squirrel.
we don't come back to what we were originally
And
doing.
so, see, I got some butterflies on this Happy Mail, and I'll save and recycle that and put it in my butterfly book. And this napkin, it's got some butterflies on it. So this will go in the butterfly book.
That's awesome.
Collect.
Awesome. Very cool. Okay, Teresa, we're coming to visit you again.
Okay, well, I'm looking through a cruise book, and there's another lighthouse, but I'm thinking I might use this lighthouse on my cover.
Pretty.
And I'll tell you what I'll do is, because it is a magazine, well, it's a calendar page. It's kind of thin. I'll take some cardboard and put behind it and do the cover with it. But there's another lighthouse here and I'm looking for the cover right now. So um, I'm looking for the cover, and this is American Cruise Lines where they, go from like they go. This is the local cruise, like it goes from Louisiana up to Alaska and back. It doesn't go out of the country. So um, I've been wanting to take a day cruise, but I don't know where I'd find that. So, and that's what I'm doing is I'm looking for my cover. I'm gonna add more pages to this. Oops. I'm gonna add more pages to the back, so I'm not looking for the back cover, just the front cover. So I think I'm gonna do that one for the front cover. And there's my dangle for it. It's a little silver chain dangle, and it's on a paper clip, and that's my dangle for it. And I'll probably come in here and make it into a dancing dangle.
Nice.
And which a dancing dangle is where you put different crystals dangling off of it, and they look like they're dancing.
Very nice.
They look like ballerinas. They kind of twirl around it. It's hard to explain it, but instead of it just coming straight down, it will be like in a spiral coming down.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool.
So that's where I'm at.
Awesome. Dana, I see you are muted. Can I come to you or not? I'm coming to you. You can let me know.
Okay.
There we
Yeah,
go.
my son keeps being out there.
That's okay. Weed whacking needs to get done.
He's he's working outside all the time. So his main job around here is to mow. So he's probably hating that his main job around here is to mow.
Well, somebody has to do it.
It's been so hot here, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm still fussing with getting my needle in these little cracks.
So how many pages do you have attached now? I'm nosy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh,
Yeah, it goes fast. I mean, but it's just seeing these little areas that, and I might not be putting it exactly in the right place, but it holds together. So
I'm so tempted to try that, but the journals that I'm putting together today, the pages are all odd sizes, so I'm pretty sure that's not going to work the way I would like it to.
yeah, it might would if you had an area that you could just do. But I don't know how to do the Coptic stitch, so I'm assuming this is probably similar.
No. Sort of. Lose a very interesting back. You know what I mean? Like a very interesting spine. That those look like they're going to be really strong and sturdy.
Well, and she used just regular thread, but me and my dumb self decided to use this wax thread that's thicker.
Yeah.
It might would have been easier to see the stuff if I would have used just regular thread.
So how many pages do you think you're going to put in that journal?
I have 10.
All right, so you're more than halfway. That's awesome.
You're supposed to go up under the thread that's at the page up underneath it, but it's hard to see them.
Okay, so when it gets thicker like that, it's hard to find where it needs to go under.
I think it's because of this thread that I used, honestly. I think it would probably been fine if I would have used thinner thread.
Or even something that's not waxed, right? Because
Yeah.
waxed thread's that much stiffer.
Yeah, because it's thicker.
Your motivation's all melted, so she's enjoying watching us. That Barbie says. Well, thank you, Teresa. Do we have anyone here who's capable of putting everybody's page links up? I am a dud at that. I should learn to do that so that I can have it right at the beginning of the streams.
I can do it for you.
Thanks, hon.
I tried to help Jasper do a sale the other day, and we had to start a new session. Well, I forgot to put for adults only, and of course, the only time I forget that, and I got a email
Oh no.
from YouTube. I'm like, whatever.
I've never gotten a note from YouTube.
This is the first time I forgot to put for adults only. First time.
You have to say it, or you have to punch a button.
I type it in the bottom of my stream, but I forgot on that one.
Well, I usually say it, and I have a sign that says adults too, so I flash that.
Yeah. Well, I figured because I'm going to be, I'm using this loosely ice pick or whatever that I definitely had to. No kids. No kids. All right, I've got all
Beth
mine.
started a fire on her channel one time.
I
Oh, no.
did. I did. I cut through an electrical cord. I
Oh,
didn't.
no.
I thought it was. It melted. It was a little hot plate, and it melted. So I knew it wouldn't turn on. So I knew it was
Bye,
broken.
Teresa. Sorry, Beth. Hang on a sec. Bye, Teresa. Thank you so much for coming.
Bye.
So I went around and I said, well, we'll just cut this thing off so that nobody can take it out of the garbage, because Joe was sitting here, and I cut through the cord, but it was still plugged in.
Oh, dear.
And it went snap, crackle, pop, and I almost went backwards off my stool. And Joe, he swallowed his heart. He thought I was a goner.
Oh, no.
He fears more than I do, and I thought, well, it's turned off at the switch, but not the plug. Oopsie.
Wow.
So yeah.
All right. Who's working on something interesting here? Let's
Yeah.
Dana's working on something interesting. We just
Sorry,
can't
I'm trying to get something undone.
Oh, okay. It's not that it's not interesting. I would love to try that. I'm definitely going to. Okay, Beth, you're up.
Okay. I like to go through magazines and find pictures and things to put in my books. And I get this Gun and Garden magazine, and it's a respectable gun. It's hunting. It's anything to do with hunting, and it's so it's not just and legal guns. This is a respectable magazine, and I love it. They've got good pictures in here, and you find a lot of dogs and a lot of gardening and tasteful clothes or jewelry. But the reason why I got excited is because I found my hometown in here.
Oh, cool.
Lost it. It was New Smyrna Beach. There was an ad for New Smyrna Beach in here, and I thought, oh, I gotta show you all. I'm famous. Uh, but anyway, it is a pretty cool magazine, and I got it free uh, a while back. You can get free magazines, and but anyway, that was off of the fly. But anyway, I was just going to show you some other things. Like I found these recipes in in the same magazine, and there's four of them. And look, they're all nice and even in the same page. So I thought, well, I'm going to make this into a recipe book, and I'll show it to you before we end the day. But here's a little pamphlet book that is very similar to what Dana is doing. It's that you go in, you come up, you go down, you come back up, and then you go back down, and then you tie a bow. And this is a pamphlet stitch, and you just go down, and when you come back up, you go the opposite hole or the thread. You end up thread on both sides, and then you fold this one in half, and it is just a pamphlet, a very simple fold over pamphlet without a spine.
Hi, Hawaii.
And this book here is a children's book that I took apart, and I took all the paper out, and I covered it with napkins, and it's made it's for my napkins. This is in my napkin book. And because the napkins are, fragile, I put an elastic cord in the middle, if I can get it open in the middle here, of the napkins, and I wrapped the cord around the back of the book. So here's all of the cords. There's four cords, and this is elastic lace. You take your napkin and you slide it under the cord, and then you fold it in half, and then you have it's called a flow book. And a flow book is anything that you can put in and take back out. It's easy to get to, and this is the napkins. If you need napkins on your desk, there's a neat way to cover and protect your napkins and have them in one spot. And the flow books um, is a popular book that I've used in the past and done trades with other people, and you fill it with paper in your craft room, and then you trade with somebody, and you trade each other papers, and you get twice as much paper, to play with. So anyway, here's another book similar to the napkin book. It's made with yarn. It's made with yarn. You wrap it around the spine, and you tie it off. And then when you open it up, you insert your papers. So I've got
Mm.
like two pieces of paper. This is actually one piece of paper cut in half, cardstock, and then I put it underneath one of the strands, and now you have a book. So if you do a book like this, no sew, just a thread, just a tie. You can use all kinds of fibers. You could put plain paper in here. Then you can take your paper out, do your art, and then you can put it back in your book. And this was a little sketchbook that I had done a while back. I wonder if I got any dates on here. This one says April of 22. So this is couple years old, and this was something that we did in my channel. So there's a sketch. There's a book, and then on the same line as the tie around, I've got this little tiny miniature book, and I had one piece of scrap paper, and I doubled it to make it thick. I wrapped my yarn around this edging right here, the spine, and this is it's this kind of book that has a little wraparound on the edge, and and I usually tuck that under. I've got just a little girl from a magazine on there. But then on the inside, under the strings, I've got this copy paper. This is a yellow regular thin paper, and it's doubled. And then I did a fan fold, an accordion of the pages, and I put a string under each one so that it would lay flat in the book. And there's three signatures in this book, and I just made it up, but it's one strip fan folded, and then I put it under each one of the strings in each one of the folds. But it's this is like all one piece of paper, fan folded, and it's a little miniature book that you just glue in and make little pockets and stuff like that. And it's a little tiny little book.
That's a fun one.
It was fun.
All right.
It's fiddly, but it was fun.
Yeah. Okay, Miriam, let's see what you're up to.
Okay, I am doing dangling. I put impasto through a stencil that went out of my desk to the other side, so I cannot show you, but are sardines, so that will be semi-transparent to give texture only when it's dry. And now I am doing dangles with a can like this one. Oops, sorry, like this one. I open it, I cut it in half, and I put some uh, double-sided tape. I have three cut dies here, and I already cut the backing of that pieces that are these ones. And now I am going to do it with my cans like that. Let's do it again.
Let's watch.
Bum, para, para, bum, 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 para, bum, bum, bum. Go, 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 go.
Oh, that's a nice little machine.
Yes, I bought now a bigger one. And I'm waiting this week it will come. And I will use both of them because, you know,
I do know.
and we are two in the house too. Okay, let's see. This one I need to do it again. This is okay, I think. When you do it with that, you need to take them out. They don't go out easily. You need to maneuver and be very careful not to rip it and something stuck here. Ah. Okay, so we have this part. We can peel the.
Can you come on screen, please, Miriam?
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can. I wanted to see where my double side was. So the reason I put double side tape before I cut it is because I don't need to cut the tape then. So now I am going to put one with the other, like the nice part on every side. You can do it with cardboard, you can do it with cardstock. You can sand the, the can, so you don't need to. You can do it straight with this. And this one I can grab some here. Have some alcohol marker or alcohol inks. Alcohol marker is more easy to do. I hope I am. So you can do one or more of them. I'm going to use the cheesy one. This is better.
So they're actually pretty thin, those cans, then, for doing that. See, I've
Yeah,
never done that. I've seen Dana do it, and I've seen other people use cans. I have never tried it. I
yes,
probably
they
have
are
to.
very good.
That's fun. And especially with the double sided tape on, you can just put them down right away.
Yes,
How
right
sharp?
away.
How sharp are those little fish skeletons, Miriam?
They're fun, huh?
They're not bad. Okay.
No, I don't know if I understood.
Sharp, like would you cut yourself on the edge of them if you're not careful?
Yes.
No, no. You don't care, you can, but no, you can put the here. You see my finger, and it's not doing anything. Maybe it has been. Oh, too bad that this is not on the. You see, when you have that can, all the details of embossing are you can see them better.
Oh, true. Very nice.
But I need to do that again. Well, I have one. Let me see later how I am going to put. This one have the eyes, so I can put the eye. Yes, they are great to embossing. I am waiting for my embossing folder, and I will do something with that. You are right, Teresa.
That's very cute.
So I have one here.
What, Betty? Darling? Mm.
Let's do the crab now.
What, Letty Betty?
And one thing I did when I put these ones, I like the foamy, I put the better part, like this foamy have a bling, the bling part against the die.
Okay.
And then when I did that, I did on the other side. So then I have the same because they are not bidirectional. They are directional. So if you don't pay attention, you will find that you cannot back one with the other. Let's do this like that. I think the double-sided tape is making trouble when you need to detach it
Okay.
because of the size. But we are going to manage to do it anyway. It's not going to do that.
Why do you lock them in here with me?
Saying no,
Well, it annoys me too.
those your angels.
Yeah, but whenever I'm streaming, they're like constantly.
Oh, the cover was made from the can. Oh, that's neat. I'm just waiting. The thing is that we don't consume canned beverage. No one. So I need to cut it with the scissors maybe. We need to ask for friends, and they are like Maxi came with a bag of them from one friend that it seems that he consumed it, so we can have it.
All right. Let's see how Dana's doing.
Almost
Okay.
done.
Almost done. Let's see. I'm so curious. So it looks like they line up really nicely as well. Like they're not slidey. You know what I mean?
No. Nope. They're good.
I think I'm going to do it again.
The girl that I got the video from, she's really good at explaining it. So now I'm at the end, so I'm just gonna tie it off here. I'm gonna go up under here. So here's how it will lay.
Wow.
So every, where that's how it
Wow,
looks.
very beautiful.
Those are lovely. That's really lovely.
Yeah.
So. Oh. I ripped the page, so I had to
Put a
had to take-
band-aid.
So yeah.
That worked out fantastic.
So now I can add pages to it later if I want to. I would just come back in and I would just start in like here
Right.
and then add a page. So
That's great. So that's like you say, it's almost like a Coptic stitch, but that's a Coptic kind of stitch for a folded page, not single pages. And
Yeah.
that's called a case book binding.
yes.
Anybody who has just joined us or wasn't
You what?
aware?
For the people that just joined,
Yeah. It's a case book binding. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
So now what am I going to do with it?
you're going to use it for a glue book. What do you want to collect?
I don't collect crap.
You can collect crap. There you go. Good idea, Dana.
Everything that you are going to throw, put it there.
I do want to figure out how the postcards I'm doing, how I can put them in a book, but
I've got a solution for that right this second.
What about using belly bands on that book? And then you could just tuck a postcard underneath the belly band so you can pull it out and look at it. And
yeah.
I just made a recipe book. Kim, put me
all
on
right,
and I'll show her.
let's check out Beth's recipe book.
Okay. I took a piece of paper. This is 12 by 12. Cut it in half, 6 inches, and then I scored a few lines a half inch apart. So I became an accordion book. This is exactly what Teresa did in just a few moments ago. This is what Teresa did. So she had this accordion, and then on the inside, on each one of these little flappy doos, you can tack in your postcard. And I remember the
Wow.
recipes that I just took out of that magazine. There was 4 recipes, and I put this together in 2 seconds, and I made a little recipe book. But you can put your postcards, make a postcard book too.
Okay, so Beth, did you put a recipe on each side of that fold?
I did. There's
Okay.
the accordions, and this little book only has 2
Right.
accordions, front and back. So I had 4 recipes. So I did one on the back side and then one on the front side of that
Okay.
little accord. And then I did the same thing. There was only 4 recipes in this little bookie, but it was just an example of what you can do. And if your book is longer, then you can use, glue 2 pieces of paper together to do that. And you can make as many folds as you need in the center for your postcards. And all it takes is one little line of glue right there, and one little line of glue right there. And I had two on this one flap. This one accordion has 2, one on the front and back. And I've also used double-sided tape before. And then the book was all together, and then all you had left to do is to pull the tab, lay your recipe down, pull the tab out from underneath it, and it's already glued down double-sided. And yeah, this is what Teresa just taught us how to do.
That's cool.
And
Hi,
it's
Sherry.
a little accordion. And if you need to, you can always, you know, uh, tack this together with a piece of thread or a ribbon. If you don't want this to be like that, you can put a little band around there, or uh, decorations with some buttons and things. But that's exactly what you can do with your postcards.
That's a great idea.
And if you want to watch Teresa from the beginning of this particular video, Teresa explained it. She did this with
She
her little
did.
book, and she made a little cute little book. So I highly recommend you go back to the beginning of this video and watch and relearn. But that's exactly how you make a little book. Easy peasy, fun. Make it
It
fun.
is. It is. All right.
I still don't know where I put my first 2 postcards that I made.
Well, you'll find them. The last place you look, you'll find them.
Mhm. All right. I'm going to go big for a minute as soon as I find the cursor. I think I have to go back to just one screen. It'll kill me, but I think when I stream, I have to close off the other one. Okay. So I did all these little, they could just be signatures, but they're just little journals. I'm going to be using them when I stream and be decorating these and just playing with these once a month. I'm going to be giving one away, so I'll work on one for the month kind of thing, do all kinds of things to it. But this is another way to make a journal if you don't have anything for bookbinding or anything like that. Is you can take an old magazine and you can just take the pages and fold them in on top of each other. But when you do this, you have to do a couple at the front, a couple at the back, a couple in the middle. I did not, and that's why you can see at my binding edge, this edge. What? Lost the word. It's not even. So this was a National Geographic magazine, and that's another way of doing a. You're thinking Franken paper for your cover? That'd be very cool. Another way to do a journal if you are unsure about how to do any of the bindings that we have done today, or you just want to play right away. Hey, Jasper, welcome. Welcome.
Hey, Jasper.
All right, Beth,
Hi,
do you have
Lisa.
more bindings to show us?
Oh, I do. Let me just
All
get
right, let's check out Beth. She's got that wonderful book, 100 Ways to Bind
find a
Journals,
book.
book
I'll
making or
show it
book
again.
binding. So let's see what else Beth has happening.
I got this off of a used bookstore like Abe's or uh, used books. There's several used bookstores that you can buy from, and it was in excellent condition. There was very little. You might see a little pencil mark or something, but very excellent book. And it's 100 ways to bind books, and there's all kinds of um, a lot of books that we have already made. Here is the accordion book right here, and this little tiny accordion. I've done this with dominoes, and I was looking for my domino box, and Dana and I've misplaced it. I blame it on Dana. I can't find it, but I have a little box that has accordions in it, and there's a domino on the front and the back, and you can make them. I'll just have to show you that someday on one of my streams. But anyway, there's all kinds of books in here to do. They have step by step directions. I've got this one marked, and it's called a piano hinge, and uh, and it's got this hinge on the back of it, like you see
Ooh.
on a piano bench. And then over here on this particular book, on the back, there's skewers in the middle of the hinges, and it's very interesting, and that would be a good one to make someday. And then here's one of our famous wing books. We've done that, and you can use envelopes to make this book. I've got Jacob's Ladder in here, which I think would be fun to do, and it's kind of like a you hold it and it unfolds, and you can let it drop and it'll unfold like a ladder, and it has these ribbons that you put on in a strategic way to make it work, and it's kind of like a little puzzle book, but it's called Jacob's Ladder. And here's another one talking about binding. Dana did a very nice case book study here this morning. But this binding here is called a Belgium binding, and there's 1 page, 2 page, 3 pages of directions on how to do the Belgium, and it's a lacy app. It looks like a corset, and it laces up the
Oh, I
back,
like
the
that.
front, the back, and the spine together, and it laces up like a corset. And I've got that marked, thinking, well, maybe one day I'll do that. But this book is really handy, and it's got a lot of easy books in it. The same books that I showed you about the flow book. Uh, if you name it, if there's a way to do it, there's a way to make another book. And some of them have different names, and some of them have uh, nicknames, and there's a list, and they have this book divided up into materials and methods that you need, folded books, just a big chapter on folded books only, and then here's one simply glued books, and then simply sewn books, and that would be the book that Dana did today, was the sewn book. The folded book would be probably where the zine book is, and maybe the accordion, because it's folded easily, and then you glue in it. But there's lots of chapters in this book to just suit your fancy. Just to if you want to start easy with the folded books, and they've got different techniques on how to decorate them, and you can tie bows. You can use staples, you can use brads, you can use all kinds of hardware, and then I even have a junk book. This is made out of a Coca-Cola box, and I cut the edges, but the top part I left ragged, and I've got it sorted in an ascending order, the short and the front, and I used this for an ATC swap we did back in 21, and the pages have all of the pages have pockets, and then that's where I put in the ACTs at, and but they ascend. Some of them have um, um, one pocket, and then we get a longer page, so we got 2 pockets. And it goes on all the way through the back of the book. A lot of 2 pockets back here, and but but it just goes to show you you can use anything to make a book. And I did the original Coptic style stitch, slip knot stitch on the spine, and I used jute on this particular one. And I've got it reinforced with some. Well, this ribbon here is the tie ribbon, so but it glues across the back. And then I've got some dangles beads, and I always have to have beaded dangles on the end edges, on the spine of my books. It's just one of my favorite things to do. But this is a Coca-Cola box, and so I recycled something, had some string, and then what else did I do? Scrap paper, maybe some Kim bits. This was Happy Mail. This little pocket here was Happy Mail from Kathy Dameron, and then I've got all of our ACTs that we traded that year in here, uh, you know, to put in the book. So that's how this book evolved and was created, and it was fun to do. And it's chunky and it's bulky and it's lumpy and it's fun.
I like chunky and lumpy and bumpy books.
I know, yeah.
They're
So
fun.
so it just goes to show you, if anybody wants to make a book, just tell one of us here on the panel, request what you want, and we'll do it for you. We'll do it for you. Easy peasy. Because once you get the book together, the rest is just glue pockets in, and then I poked in the pockets. I've even got pockets on the back, but I don't have anything in it. And I just use different kind of tissue paper to cover the Coca-Cola box. But there's red. You can see the red Coca-Cola. So fun.
That's a lovely book. That's absolutely fun. Do you keep a lot of the journals that you make, Beth, or do you send them out? What do you do with all your journals?
I put them in boxes like this and stick them up in my closet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You
She has,
asked.
she has
Yeah.
gazillions.
Pardon, Dina?
She has gazillions.
Oh,
Well,
no.
when you have an ATC swap, you got to have a place for your ACTs. Now, if you ever watch Dee Dee Willingham, my art hero, she has boxes and boxes of ACTs lined up right behind each other, and books. She's got these 3-ring binders that are like 6 inches thick, full of ACTs. She keeps all of her trades.
That's
She's got them
awesome.
all. So I'll have them, and then someday they'll all of the boxes will go into a yard sale, and they'll go free, curb alert, and then somebody that will love it will come by and take it.
Yeah.
Just saying. I don't know what else to do. Now I did watch somebody the other day. They made a book and they were going to do a giveaway with it.
Yeah.
Who was that? I can't remember who it was.
Oh.
But they were making the book online and then they were going to give it away. So that was nice. And it might have been Teresa.
Cool.
But I don't know what to do with them, but they're educational
That's right.
and they're fun to go back and look at. Remember, let's make another one of these.
Yeah.
We do, and that's how we do it.
That's
There's always room for more art.
There's always room for more art. Definitely. Definitely. Well, when I'm just going to put us all up for a while. When I met Sherry and Barbara for coffee last month, we did these little fortune tellers, right? Oh, I've got glare.
Oh yeah, the fortune tellers.
So I was thinking, wouldn't it be fun to do a swap of these as prompts, right? So we would have, say, paint or pencil, crayon, whatever, and do it. And then underneath, it would be the prompt of what we would have to do next.
Uh-huh.
And I thought that they would be kind of fun to exchange, do a swap.
That would be
of,
fun.
uh,
Well, I think you should have a swap.
I should. I should. Maybe we should do that.
And uh, it doesn't have to be a whole lot of people. It could
No,
just be, it doesn't have to, and you can test your waters out.
that's right. That's right. Maybe we'll do that. August, we'll swap fortune tellers.
We can do
And
all of us. Yeah.
we could.
And if there's anybody in the chat room that wants to do it with us, we'll
Yeah,
include you.
yeah. And um, then what we'll do is on one Sunday or whatever, we will pull these out and we will do a prompt Sunday with our fortune tellers.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yep.
I think
I'd do
yes.
it. And we can mail them, do a round robin mail.
Yeah,
Like you can mail yours to me, and I can mail mine to Miriam, and Miriam can mail hers to Dana, and Dana can mail hers to Teresa, and go all anybody else wants to be included.
yeah. We'll just do something like that, and then like I say, when we're on, I would hold it up and say we have color. I put colors on the outside. I would go, okay, Dana, pick a color, and then I would do blue, and then the next one, and then we would do it until we had the prompt, and we could all take turns.
Well, why don't you make one for next month or next time we meet?
Okay,
We'll practice with yours,
okay. Sounds like
and you
fun.
can show us how to make it.
I,
Remind us
I,
how we used to make these in our childhood.
yeah, yeah.
We
I
can
would definitely show everybody how to make it on next Sunday, Teresa. We'll make fortune
okay.
tellers, and then
Teresa said she can't. Honey, don't ever say can't.
that's
No,
right.
can't can never do nothing.
That's right.
No,
You
you
gotta,
can say can't yet.
Yeah, it will be fun. I think it will be a lot of fun. All right. Who would like to go big? Anybody got something to show? Miriam, you got something to
Yes, I have
let's do?
something to show.
Miriam's up.
Okay, I have my dangles.
All right.
I put three together here, and then another one that we made together, the boho one, because I want it large so I can use it to put it in the page,
Oh, like a
like
bookmark almost.
like a book bag. That's why it's uh, like this. But if you see all together, they have like a cascade of this. I cannot show you because I use gravity for that. And here it's almost dry, the impasto. So I am putting this marker on it because it's transparent. So if you put something on it, you will have the same figure, more much. But because it's transparent, you need to see where is it, and try to go to the places you need to go in no other place. And then that will be done when I finish my teaching. These are not a good markers, permanent marker metallic. I'm not covering everything also, just so you can note the figures. Here will
That's
be
a
a
metallic.
uh-huh.
That's a metallic marker, Miriam?
Yes, it's a
Okay.
metallic marker silver. I am going to cover my impasto. Here's another one. Did you know that I have now not only stencils but a stamp on K&RP Studio?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a fish.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Okay, we are coming to the last one. Last two.
I like the way that's turned out.
Uh-huh. There I have my biting book. You open it like this, and you have place to write or whatever. You can add anything you want because it's an elastic, and you have your notebook, and you close it like that, and that's it. Finish.
Awesome. I like it. I like it.
Thank you.
Dana, you got another binding to show us?
No,
Okay.
I'm working on my cards.
Oh, right. Right. Anybody in the audience have a binding that we didn't cover that you would like to come on with us and show? I could send you the link.
I was doing good to get one done.
Well, like I say, I cheated. I did all pamphlet stitch done, nice, lazy, fast. Beth, got new ones to show us?
Yeah, I can show you my cat book. I've got a
Okay.
cat book started and I need to get it back out and start finishing it.
All
It's
right.
already in the makings.
Oh,
This is
you've got
just a
one.
regular 3-ring binder, guys. A 3-ring binder book. And I got it from the secondhand store. So I covered it with paper and napkins. And evidently, I was going to do some more cat tags. And when we do cat tags, we usually take a. This is shaped like a big tag right here. You can see the tag. So this is the tag, and I would get a drawing, and I would try to draw this cat on the tag, and then we would decorate it together. And this is just in the makings. There's nothing completed in this book whatsoever, and it's just ideas. And I've got cats all over the pinned to the top of each page, napkins and tissue paper and magazine pictures, and so here's one that I started, and I drew this little kitty cat, sort of like this one here, and I will put the napkin on the back of it and finish decorating this tag. But it got stuck in my books over here. I got tired of working on it. We moved on, and so this was just a book that's unfinished, a project ready to start again someday.
I got a lot of those.
It was at the bottom of the box, and this book here is another Coptic stitch where everything lays flat, and it looks like a roll book. This is like Roll a Monster, this is
Okay.
Halloween, Thanksgiving. We went through the months of the year, and we did a Picasso roll. It's a game. You can do it in any holiday. You can find them online. The papers they're usually for kids at school. It's like something to do that the teacher can keep the kids, quiet until the bell rings. And
Yep.
it's a roll game, and it's a creative game. So this was Roll a Monster, and then we had Thanksgiving, and we rolled a turkey. And you can use any kind of materials in your art room that you wish. Another roll of turkey. Here's roll of turkey. Roll of turkey. And I was looking for a date in 2020.
Those
And
are
there's
fun.
turkeys, and then pretty soon we're going to get into Christmas here. Here we go. We got a monster on with a Santa Claus hat. So we got banana arms and roller skates on this guy. Here's a snowman, roller snowman, and that's just some of the games that we play in my particular art room. There's a rolling elf, or somebody made an elf and gave it to me. I might have made the elf. Yep, it says Beth 2020. We rolled an elf over here. Here we did stockings, and I have no idea who these people are. There's Joe, but there's Elvin and Eli and Ivy and Ginger and Eddie, and I have no idea who they are. Gingerbread, roll of gingerbread man, and but
I've
this is
seen
all the
those
copy.
roll. I'm not sure I played a role game with you or not, but I have seen them. They're very
Yep,
cute.
yep. We've
I
done it for
played it with bed card, you.
And then after the snowman, we did have roll of Santa Claus, but I don't see any in this. But we add new ones. Here's some of the games right here. I should put these in my game book. But you can print them off. A wacky turkey. This is good to play with the kids at home. Draw a monster. Build a snowman. An elf. Here's an elf, and here is a candy cane roll. So we made up one, and I drew the pictures, and we made it up. And this one is a gingerbread person. We decided man wasn't appropriate, so we had to do person. Gingerbread cookie. We changed it to gingerbread cookie.
Nice.
Mhm. But I'm gonna put these in my game folder and put the book back in the stash. But that's what you do with your books. You know what to do with your books. And this Coptic stitch, this just goes to show you can glue all the way to the edge of the paper to the spine, and it won't hurt the book. It won't hurt the pages. Everything lays flat, and it's a clean way to do a neat book. And the outside is just a cereal box. October, November, December of 2020.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah. And I think I'm at the bottom of my box now. So,
All right. Anybody else have something else to share? Anybody in the audience want to come on and show something? Some sort of binding that we have possibly not covered, or I can't think of any bindings I have done that, because I've done the ones like you did with the strings around or elastics around. I have actually done journals where, oh no, I want to saw. I have done journals where part of it is loose like that and the other part is signatures sewn in. My grandson had wanted a old looking journal and he asked if I could have removable pages in it, so I did both. So you could combine anything to make your journal the way you want it.
I have something here near me because all the,
Okay, Miriam is up.
yeah, I have something.
Hey, Mama Juju, welcome on. Welcome
Hi,
here.
Mama Dudu. Hi, hi. Okay, I did this one. This
Okay,
one have this have a dangle and it's pamphlet stitch all the way. But it's attached to a piece of fabric. So everything is sewn to the piece of fabric here, and then the fabric is sewn. It's this part. It's fabric. It's only fabric. And I'm going to do a Vietnam, that is my city. With this one, this will be the first one. So that will be my journal for the drawings I am going to do around my city. This fantasy. Then I did one for my postcard, this challenge, and it's like that. It's the box. Sorry, I don't know what happened with my camera. This is the box. I did it from scratch, like with cardboard, and it's open like that. And inside have the holder for my postcards. And it's like this. It's accordion. So what I did is I cut stripes from a large paper, and I did this part like triangles, and then I folded. So the triangles are the ones that you put the postcard in, like this. And it goes all till that and have even numbers on the other side. So if I want to see the 10, I don't need to go one by one. I go like that, and here I have my number 10.
oh, that's cute.
Those are my postcards so far. And this one is the last. The other one you cannot see yet. Till this midnight. And that's it. I have more, but they are not beside me. So, yeah.
Right.
I did an experiment. You remember that I did with wax, with candles. I
Yeah.
did some paper that it's more transparent. Now I did it with oil with kids oil, baby oil,
Yeah.
and it's interesting the result. You see, it is more transparent, and I did it even on this type of paper that it's and it's transparent too. You cannot see because I need by light, but you can see it through the light. Let's see if I can put right like this. You see?
Yeah.
And this is a card. I will
Okay.
show you which kind of paper it is. Because when you do that with a tissue paper, yeah, you have result, but it's not so spectacular. It's this.
Okay. Those are the what are those?
So
Index cards. Index
yes,
cards.
yes.
Yeah.
So the index card have something print on it, so that make it more dense, like more opaque, and then you put the baby oil, you let it dry, and that's it. You have
Okay.
a transparent, translucent thing.
So baby oil actually dries,
Yes, yes, you need to let it dry, like
and then
separate.
you can you put acrylic paint? Did you put acrylics on top of that, or what did you use on top?
I didn't try it with acrylic on that. It have acrylic already.
Okay. Okay. Because
This,
I've done something similar with beeswax, and I mean, I have to stitch it into books because glue doesn't stick to the wax.
hmm,
So I was wondering if acrylic. I haven't tried putting acrylic on them.
I can try now. Let's try it. I'm only going to take this box out, so I'm not put paint on it. Let's see. I just put some acrylic on it. Now we can dry it. Sorry about the noise. Let's see now. Yes, you can. You can put paint on it.
You can? Awesome.
Yes, you can. And stays transparent. Well, that's yummy.
That's excellent to know.
Yes, this paint I put, it's a semi-transparent. That's why it stays transparent. But it's cool.
Oh, so that's another thing we're going to have to try and play with then.
Yes, I think so.
Oh, what happened to our Dana?
Dana,
I'm here.
Okay.
okay.
Did my camera go out?
Yeah, we've got
Hmm.
An interesting.
There.
There you go. So you cut those ones out of fun foam? That's fun foam, Miriam?
Yes,
Blue piece?
yes,
Huh.
are these.
See, these are all things I would like to try and I have not tried yet.
And you
I
can
guess
see that in, because I did with the cans, I can put them with movement.
yeah, for
I
sure.
put it like that. I put the fish like this. So they have movement now. They have dimension. You see that? You can see it, but then you are not doing. You cannot see it. Now you can, and now you can't.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Very cool. And Dana, you're working on your postcards?
Yeah.
So is that like a postcard challenge? I'm putting Dana big here.
It's from Carrie the Crafter.
Oh, right, right. I've seen a few people working on those.
Yeah. I've been trying to do it. I get behind and then I post them all.
Yeah, I mean, I tried doing that 100-day project, and what did I last? What, 20 days or something? Oh,
It's
I just
hard to
can't do
do.
that kind of stuff anymore.
I tried to do 100 whatever, and I did one.
Well,
Yeah, this one's only 30 July. So what,
yeah,
31 days?
That one.
but I mean, I've tried doing Inktober and stuff. I just can't
Yeah.
do those things anymore. For a while, I was doing
We
great.
could try the
Wow,
other
very
things.
nice.
Yeah. If we didn't have anything else to do, it would be
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. I mean, I tried to do Janet's scavenger hunt this year. I didn't even finish that. Like, I don't
I
know.
didn't finish it either.
It's just been a crazy year. And because my doctor put me on a different puffer, I can actually breathe when I'm outside. So I've been spending a lot of time in the yard when I can, because I miss being out in my yard. So are these themed postcards, or you can do anything you want?
You can do what you want. You just have to have you have to have some sort of gel print in, on it,
Okay.
and you have to put the number of the day on it.
Oh, well,
I lost my first two, but this is my the ones I've done so far besides the first two.
They're so beautiful.
And I'm just doing them pretty simple.
yeah.
So like these are like just straight jelly prints that I
Right.
doodled on or whatever. So
Very cool. Yeah, I tried that index card a day thing too. I'm just pathetic this year. I'm not keeping up watching you guys' videos. I'm just feel like I'm struggling for some reason. But that's
yeah, it
very
takes
cool.
time. That's for sure.
It does. And I mean, because I haven't been able to get down to my studio for a few days at a time, that yeah, it's just not happening.
I am looking
Did the
that
water go down? Did the water go down in the yard?
Yes, Ron pumped the yard out. Took over 24 hours to pump it out. Um, we're going to get a lot of dirt. So, again, I'll be helping him move dirt to fill in that low spot at the back. Hey, Anita, welcome, welcome, honey. So,
I mean,
know,
I
it,
want
hap-
the fish.
it happens, it happens.
11,
And then my grandkids have been spending weekends, so lots of family stuff. And I'm not about to turn them down because they're teenagers. And really, when your teenage grandsons want to spend a weekend, I'm not going to turn that down.
Nope, don't do it.
Nope.
Because pretty soon they're going to fly the coop and you'll never see them again till
Exactly.
every other holiday, maybe.
Yeah.
you're
Well, once they're married into a different family, it seems like it's the women's families that they spend more time with, right?
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's the way it is. You just miss the bejeez out of them.
That's why Grandma's got scrapbooks.
Yeah. Yeah. And so those are 4x6 postcards you're doing, Dana?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
4x6.
See,
I wish
that's
I
big
could
for
do
me. I have trouble doing like things that size.
You do?
I like little things, right? Like, okay, no, I can do something like that if I'm doing a collage on it. But
It will be perfect for your Kimbits.
yeah, it could definitely be interesting. I'm not doing it. No.
I am watching this Impasto. It's from US Art Supply.
Okay.
And it says designed in USA, made in PRC, that is Popular Republic of China.
Awesome.
Because they are US Art Supply, they cease to do it and they put designed in USA.
Okay.
A trick.
Awesome. Beth, what are you working on?
Well, I've got my beach book out and I got tired of making books, but this is a Coptic style book that I'm working in. And I'm making a little palm tree going on here.
Excellent.
And I'm about ready to quit for the day. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, well, it's been almost 2.5 hours. We all managed to show different ways of putting books together, which is awesome.
And that's my limit. About 3 hours is all I can take.
Yeah.
In the chair here.
And I got my little journals done and got a stack of them now to play with. So I've just been working on journals that I've got sitting on the desk because on Friday I pulled out a whole bunch of bits, put on tags, and so I'm just scattering them throughout journals right now. So we're all off track. That's why we're feral, guys.
Yep.
We're going to do our own things.
Attention span.
So I guess maybe let's call it a day because we're no longer bookbinding and we're just kind of playing.
I am just goofing off.
Yeah, me too. And of course,
It's been fun, guys. It's been great.
Yes. Well, thank you guys, everybody, for coming and watching. Everybody in the audience, everybody in the balcony, any replayers. Thank you very much, Beth, Miriam, Dana, and Teresa for coming. If you guys, any of you need hints and tips for doing different journal bindings, please watch from the beginning. Each of us did a different style of binding. Beth did a few. And thanks again, everybody, for being here. We will see you next Sunday. We're not sure what we're going to do because we decide that usually on Friday.
We're going to do the fortune teller prompt.
Yeah, we're going to do fortune tellers because we're going to do a fortune teller swap. and the fortune tellers are going to be with art prompts in them. So we'll do some of that next week. We're doing the fortune tellers. Remember these from when we were kids, right? So
We can
the
do
way I
the fortune tellers, and there is a puzzle that you do with paper too.
yeah, we do it this way, right? Like they're these. So I'm going to do it so it's colors, and then on the inside maybe different medias, and then on the inside when we lift it up, it'll be use string or whatever, and it'll be different prompts. So we're going to do these, and then next week we will start doing a sign up for a swap, and then we'll swap them. And on one Sunday, we'll all do fortune teller prompts. All right. So thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hope we inspired you to try something new, and we will see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you all.